What's up YouTube? Capital G here. You guys wanted it and I am delivering. We got some Red Dragon action for you guys to check out. This is how the King duels, showing you guys Jack Atlas deck with all the new bells and whistles, some of the new support coming out in Eternity Code, also in the like Legendary Duelist as well. Konami's really going ham when it comes to Jack Atlas. Once again, shout outs to my boy Stardust Yu-Gi-Oh! Always coming up with these crazy ideas and decks. If you guys want to see more duels like these, please check his channel out. It'll be in the description. Anyways, this deck is going to be a lot better in Master Rule 5 because like you really couldn't use this strategy to its fullest potential. In Master Rule 4, there really wasn't a link monster for Jack Atlas, so I mean it was kind of like a dead strategy, I guess you could say. And I will admit this, I think I went a little too hard on Command Resonator. It's like a shittier Synapse mining. I still don't think the card's amazing, but it can be situationally good because it can search out any one specific resonator that you need. Also, it can search level 4, so the card can actually be pretty decent. Anyways, let's go ahead and roll this. I believe he's going to make the most ideal turn 1 for the Jack Atlas and Resonator strategy. Anyways, he is going to open up with that Resonator or the Command Resonator. He went ahead and he searched his Crimson Resonator. This is probably like a card you need to get to turn 1 if you really want to reach the ceiling of this deck. He's going to use Stygian Street Patrol. This card's nuts in Master Rule 5 because ain't no hard ones per turns. And this means he can go straight for Red Rising Dragon. Now, Red Rising Dragon, I did say in my video, if you're able to get to this card and you've used Crimson Resonator, you can basically go straight to Supernova Dragon because when this guy hits the field, it'll summon your Crimson back from the graveyard. Then, since the only monster that you have on field other than Crimson is a Dragon Dark Synchro monster, you can activate Crimson's effect and you can pull 2 more tuners out of your deck. Boom, boom. Now you can just go straight into Red Supernova Dragon. That's if you want to. You don't have to summon it, but if you want to summon it, then that's your option. He is going to go ahead. He's going to drop that on the field. He is going to add a card back to his hand, then goes for Pot of Desires. Luckily enough, he did get a card that is pretty good or pretty useful. Essentially, he just got another level 4 monster. This one can be special summoned if you have a Fiend, and I think he used Stygian Street Patrol to summon his copy of Crimson back on his field. So now he'd be able to just, you know, continue synchro summoning. This was not possible, this play, guys. This would not be possible under Master Rule 4. Basically, you'd be stuck with your Supernova Dragon and you wouldn't have any more plays. But since he's under Master Rule 5, you can keep on going. And by the time we get Eternity Code, this is the most important thing. By the time we get Eternity Code in the TCG will be under Master Rule 5. So basically, these are all kind of like legal plays. This means he is going to end on not only the Supernova Dragon, but he ends on a negation as well, the Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss. So yeah, you wouldn't want to just end on Supernova. I mean, it's a good card, don't get me wrong, but people can kind of, like, they can play around it, you know what I mean? But if you end on another big dragon that has negation, now you can kind of like outgrind your opponent. Anyways, his opponent's going to open with Mind Control, which honestly would have just probably fucked them. I mean, if he didn't have the Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss, he probably just would have lost the Mind Control. His opponent would have taken his Supernova Dragon, just probably linked it away for Scrap Wyvern or something like that, and it just would have been GG no re, but he's able to negate it. He is still going to go for Scrap Wyvern, fair enough, but his opponent's going to Supernova it off the field and banish it. He has the Monster Reborn, but yeah, he can't pull out anything good. I was expecting a little more out of the Monster Reborn. He says, Cap, I'll take the Dark Resonator and I'll pass turn. That's not going to get the job done. He's going to go ahead and he's going to use Red Resonator, goes for another Stygian Street Patrol. At this point, I would argue that Red Rising Dragon is pretty much like, it's the core piece of the strategy right now for the Jack Atlas deck or the Resonators because it just enables so much of this deck, especially under Master Rule 5. He does try to use Call by the Grave to negate its effect, but nope, that's going to be negated by Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss. Red Resonator was special summoned so he can actually gain some life points. Now he's going to nuke the board with Scarlight, and he is not done yet. He might go for, okay, looks like he's going for another copy of Abyss, and usually you'll take this card, turn it into Bane, and then use Bane to tribute and like summon it back from the graveyard. We'll see if he does that. He is going to go for Bane. That would be the Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Bane. Bane is really good because it can tribute another monster on the field, and it can summon one of your big Red Dragon Archfiend monsters back from the graveyard. So essentially, you just want to like tribute one of your tuners and then like summon one of your big synchros back from the graveyard because you get like way more damage. So that's exactly what he did. He's not done yet. He's going to keep on synchro summoning. He's going to go for the Red Nova Dragon, but he says, Cap, I'm still not done. We still got to flex on this kid as hard as possible. Activates Return of the Dragon Lords to get that Hot Red Dragon Archfiend back. And no, wait, this isn't hot. This is Scarlet, right? Yeah, Scarlet Red Dragon Archfiend. I'm sorry, there's too many damn dragons on the field to remember all of their names. They all have Hot and Red and Archfiend in their name. Anyway, so let's check off his board. He's got Red Nova Dragon, Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Bane, Scarlet Red Dragon Archfiend, cover card of Dox, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the cover card of Dox. And then he has my personal favorite, the Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss. And yeah, this is definitely game. Keep in mind, he still does have Supernova Dragon somewhere in here. Here it is. Supernova Dragon would come back during his end phase. So if he really wanted to flex on his opponent and he says, I'm not going to kill you, he would then get that monster back. And what I like about this is, you know, none of this is possible. Like summoning all these dragons, none of this is possible under Master Rule 4. None of it. You would not be able to make a board like this because number one, when you use these Resonators effects, you are going to be locked into synchro summoning. So these are just plays that you are not able to do in Master Rule 4. But by the time we get Eternity Code, which I believe will be in May, either May or April, like all of this will be 100% legal. His opponent, like I think that's Scrap Searcher in his hand, or Scrap Searcher. That obviously is not going to stop. It ain't going to stop all these dragons, I can tell you that. Anyways, let's pause. Actually, no, I don't need to pause. I think I already have the deck loaded up. Let's see if we've got the deck. Bam, there it is. We're already prepared. And you know what? For everybody out there who was talking up Red Rain, I still don't like this card all that much, but it is actually in the deck. I guess if you are only making 2 big dragons turn 1 and you do hard draw Red Rain, it could be useful because if you use Supernova and you banish your opponent's field, then I guess you could possibly use it if you had if you had Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss, you could use it with that. But the thing is, like, if you use Supernova, chances are your opponent's not going to have a lot of plays anyway. Supernova banishes their entire field. So I don't know. I actually feel like this card is more useful in decks like maybe Mathnek or something like that. Anyways, you guys can see the deck is essentially just a whole lot of Resonators. I mean, you're running tons of those. I assume Resonator Call is probably going to be a 3 of, which it is. Actually, let's just move the Master Rule 5 card over to the side. You got 3 copies of Resonator Call, and then you have the other Rhoda for the archetype, the Command Resonator, but this one does require a discard. It can search like the level 4s in the deck. It can also search Stygian Street Patrol. That might be important because Street Patrol, I mean, we saw what it did in the duel. Not only can it be used for Link Material, not only can it be used to summon as Synchro Material to summon Red Rising Dragon, but then you can use its graveyard effects. So, you know what? Searching Stygian Street Patrol might even be more important than like getting Red Sprinter or, you know, some of the other cards. But yeah, this is definitely a very explosive deck, and we'll see if maybe when we get these cards, people start busting this deck out.